Welcome back, guys. So, this is another day of us preparing for next week. So, the let's just go through the pairs that I have for next week. So, this is GBP AUD. As you can see, this is what I have right now. So, let me just do a quick recap of what I analyzed yesterday. By the way, we'll only pick from this. So this is the first one, GP AUD. If you remember, I told you that the weekly is bearish. As you can see, we've been making lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So this was a retest of this previous lower low. So now uh it broke above below with a nice engulfing candle there and a nice continuation right there. So what I need market to do here is just continue going with the downtrend until price is at this zone. So price wants to be at this level. If you can see, this is where we are the major rejections. Once price was here, we are buying. Once price was here, we are buying. And for now, price, that's why I can see price is trying to push. So it needs to come back at this zone here. Yeah, so since price needs to come back at this zone here, and you can see it has retested this OG level. You see, so this is an extra confirmation because I've been following this pair from the time. So this is not me buying at the not buying when price is not at OG level, because I've been following this pair from the time it was at this zone here. Let me just do this for you. So once price has done this, what are we waiting for? We are waiting for price to have that retest at this OG level so we can sell more, right? Yeah. And as you can see, I was looking at this pair from the last week of April. Yeah, because this is when this formed. So the last week of April is when I was supposed to have that retest to then sell. So you can see the last week of April we had that retest already. You can see the weak rejection, and then price ended up closing with a nice with a nice ended up closing with a nice retest there. You can see a nice green candle there. Then the first week of May, then the last week of no, this was the third week of April, and this was the last week of April. That's when we had the engulfing. You see? So when we had the engulfing here, uh I never got any entry during this period. Let me just circle this so that once I drop to the lower time frame, you'll see what I'm talking about. I never had an entry here. Then when I tried selling, I got stopped out. Yeah, but so you see what's really going on here. We have the retest now. We have the engulfing candle as the rejection at this retest zone. Then last week we have price, and it ends up closing there. Then last week we have price. Last week we now have price breaking, retesting back to the entry position, then finally breaking below here. You see? So since we have this now, what do? We go down to the lower time frame. You see, so this is the daily time frame. So you can also see in the daily time frame what's really going on here. So this is the region. First, mm, let me just do this for you. Okay, so first on the daily time frame, uh, you can see price was bearish here, then price went bullish by making this new high. Then all this was just market structure, market structure, market structure. You see, so price was still bullish at this zone. So the reason why I even lost at this level was one, this was a B setup I was taking, price was still bullish. And now, even though these were winning trades, they were still B setup trades. And you can see now the difference that price made this new potential lower high and broke below this level. So now price went bearish after breaking below this zone here. So we were at this point. So now since we're bearish, we have everything in sync, and we can see the daily time frame has given me the retest I need at this OG level. So now all I need is a clear entry in the 4 hour time frame. Then possibly I would even want a daily rejection candle, a daily red rejection candle to just show me that this level is holding. Then I can simply catch myself. So you see how we analyze, we just dropping down until we find the perfect spot to sell at. So you can see this is my OG level there. So if I put in the 4 hour time frame, you can see that price is also retesting this zone. You see, so price is also retesting this zone where you can see price is also retesting this zone where it sold from at this level here. So that's what I'll be waiting for now. I'll just be waiting for this level to be filled. Then we'll do what we're supposed to do. Yeah, so but what I really think this price might do is uh it will come back, and since this is a new Monday opening, price can do two things. It can come back at this level, then it can give me some sort of structure in the 4 hour time frame, maybe a head and shoulder or a double top, then retest, then sell, like it did here when everything was still bearish and what, yeah. Or uh, or if you see at the daily time frame, we are having this we're having this retest, right? We're having this nice retest at this potential daily level here. This is what led to the break. So what would be nice is if the Monday candle closure would have another daily uh, candle right there. Then on Tuesday, if we can have an engulfing candle like that, then this is a very nice confirmation that this price is holding. You see, because such trades, I really have to wait also for the daily to show me that it's reacting at this level. You see, because price can simply just do this if it wants, come back here, then do this, then go. It can do this as well, easily. So that's why I have to make sure I see that this level is holding in support of the 4 hour time frame as well. Yeah, because he in this case the only when I'm selling this I have to my stop loss can't be all above here because this is where my 4 hour engulfing, this is where my 4 hour lower high is, and my take profit is almost at this level here. So this is very much abnormal. So that's why I need some market structure within this zone so I can just sell based off the market structure. I'll see once price is at this level. Once price is at this level. Yeah. So at least I can reduce my stop loss from maybe from there to here or somewhere there. You see, so that's why I will be a bit patient once price is here because I believe it will give me some sort of structure like it always do, especially for a daily candle closure. Then we'll see what we need. So for now, all I just need is on this pair is the daily to is the daily to have a very nice engulfing candle at this level. This will be nice any day, either on a Monday or Tuesday. So I know that price is no longer testing back to that level. That once I sell here, then even when my stop is above this zone here, I'll be very much okay with any result. If it goes wrong, uh, if I get it goes, I'll be selling with my own full evaluation of a nice setup. So that's what I'll be looking at on a Monday. Then, same with the same thing I've been explaining to you, the same way I'm from explaining to you that pair. So price is at this level. You see, price is at this zone right now. Let me just show you. Price is at this level. Yeah. So what I want is, I was telling I need an a bearish engulfing candle to engulf this previous daily candle. Why? So it can show me that price is holding at this level here. You see? So it can show me that price is holding at this OG level. But what does price do? It fails to engulf. And once it fails to engulf, that's a sign that price is not yet respected this level. Unless if this next green candle as well was to engulf this level. If this green candle as well was to engulf this level, then would be now very interested in selling. But see what happens. Price keeps on going up now. You see, and it rejects this zone again, but it fails to engulf because this is the level where price dropped from. If you can see, this is where I made the new. This is where we made the new lower low at this level. Yeah, even though it's almost the same, but this is where we had the rejection from. So the same thing applies still at this level here as well. It's either on a Monday I can have that nice daily engulfing candle or that daily candle closure below these 2 weeks, you see, just to show me that, okay, price is now trading because this is also an OG level. Let me just do this for you. Okay. Because this is also a very significant level for me to sell at. So what I need now is price to engulf this level here to give me something like this. You see here. So I can know, okay, we are holding at this position, which is on a Monday. We are holding at this position, maybe with even a little weak, something like this. So yeah, so anyway, yeah, so this is what I want. And on a Monday, if we can have an engulfing candle at this level, then this pattern will be a very good confirmation for me to sell. Uh, I, I'm not good with the naming of these candlestick types, but I know this type will give, this is a very good confirmation for selling. I know because of I've seen it multiple times. So if it can do this at this level, then yes, I can place my sell with that weak pullback to then sell to this zone. You see? But if it doesn't do this, if price later on gives me another bullish engulfing bullish candle, uh this level here. If it later gives me another bullish engulfing and bullish candle there, then I have to wait for Tuesday to get that rejection. You see? So it's just easy. Just like that, I'll wait for Tuesday to give me that engulfing at this level. So I know that once price has closed below this point, this market is ready to drop now. You see? Yeah. And so such trades, that's how I go about them their when I see their when I see the break was at this level. Let's say this is the 4 hour. You can see this is the 4 hour higher. This is the 4 hour lower high, and this is the 4 hour lower low. So you can see there's a much distance between the OG level, which is at this point, and this one at this level. You see? So if it's at this level, I can't sell, because if I sell at this level, then my stop loss will have to be all the way up here. You see? Yeah, it has to be all the way up here for this pair only, because I'll show you another pair where I can sell from this level, but with this pair I can't sell because it has to be all the way up here. Even this one, even though it gave me a nice engulfing candle there, my stop loss has to be all the way up there, which is fine, but this was during Asian session, and with my experience on this pair, it rarely sells off immediately after this engulfing. No wonder you can see some form of rejection here. You see? So the more you just spend time with these pairs, you finally know how they behave. So as I was telling you, I either expect Monday, which is tomorrow, to have a break, to have either a retest at this level or an engulfing candle below this line. Then I'll just wait for the retest on Tuesday and sell. You see? So that's how we do it, guys. Just like that. So if we want, we can just write uh waiting for Monday candle closure confirmation. You see? Yeah, meaning I'll be monitoring this trade, but I won't take any trade until I see how the Monday closes. That's when I'll be interested. Because the market won't go anywhere, but your money will. So you have to make sure when you're buying or selling, there's a lot of logic behind it. So even this one is the same thing. Uh, you can see price is retested at this level. So and if you look at the 4 hour time frame, you can see the distance of you can see the distance of the 4 hour higher lower high and the 4 hour lower low. And again, with my experience of um this this pair, price rarely sells off after the retest. Look, let me just give you an example. You see this? You guys will get you this was the this was the lower high, and this was the lower low. You see? Okay. No, this was the lower low here. This was the lower low at this level when price was here. If you can clearly see when price was here. So what price, the level where we had to sell at was, okay, let me just do this. The level we were expecting to sell at was this OG level, because that's where we got the break from, you see? But since price was at this point here, uh, let me just try to delete all this for now, but we'll put it back, okay? So since price was back at this OG level here, you see, we had first thing is this was a weak rejection, not a full retest. That's one mistake. Number two, the trade was a B setup. Now let's just put in case you consider this to be a retest and all that. You see, it retested and gave you an engulfing candle, right? And since it gave you this engulfing candle, you won't draw your stop loss all the way up there. It might just be on top of this engulfing candle. Then you catch your sell like that. And this is why I lost, you see? Yeah. So even here, when price is at this zone here, at this level, because this is the next OG level which I have, where price rejected from on the forward time frame, is this zone here. You see? The chances of it going, this is the chances of it selling immediately gives me an engulfing. They are slim. Why? Because there is a high chance of price going up there just based on how this pair moves. Was I've been studying it, and but I'll show you other pairs that sells immediately. You see that, and you get an example. Yeah, but yeah. So once price is here, it rarely sells off something. It will at least make a, it will form some sort of rejection and price action somewhere here. So if you can even see this pair, the same thing here. Once price shifted here, you see, you can see the distance was, I had to wait for price to come all the way back at this level. You see, then I entered my sell, then my stop loss was above this um uh lower high, and this was my lower low. So you see, I didn't put my stop loss right below here. But there are pairs that do that where I just put here and I'll be fine. But this one I have to put it here because I know there's a higher chance, like you can see the next candle, it might even come all the way back here, then reject and sell off. But you see, so that's how this these pairs move. You see? So then the next thing I have is, yeah, this the next thing I have is now I have to just reverse all this. Yeah, but this is why I'm hesitating a bit because I know what price will do when it's at this zone. It won't just drop immediately at this level because the stop loss is way too far here. You see? So unless it was a bit near, then we'll just wait for the engulfing. So I really want to see the how the daily will close as well. If the daily can engulf this, touch and engulf this, then we'll be sure that the price is ready to sell. So even this one, we can also just mark it the same way, waiting for Monday candle closure before any entry. You see? So at once it does that, I'll be very much certain. You see? And for now, we even have a bit of leverage there. You can see price is kind of forming a bit of some sort of head and shoulder pattern. So we'll just see how it will play out. Which one do I use here? Yeah, so we'll see what will happen on Monday. That's how it will close. So then same with this one and Euro CHF. Euro CHF. The same thing as I explained to you earlier. I just needed that. I now just need that retest at this level, then I'll sell. Let me show you something. So, have you noticed what's going on here on this pair? I'm from explaining to you that I just don't sell immediately. You can see this is the retest of this shift on the daily time frame, right? And price breaks below, retests, and I don't sell immediately. First, I wait to see how the the candle will close the previous candle. You see, so when the other previous candle closed, it gave me a confirmation that price is now selling because there's this rejection of this daily. You see, then price is now selling. You see, and see what happened. That's what happened. Price was now selling at this zone here. So that's what I really look for when I'm taking my sales. And all this depends usually when I see there's a gap, there's this form of structure where there's a very large gap between my position and this uh no rejection from the OG level, because this is the main rejection from the OG level, and you can see there's a huge gap. So there was a very high chance that price can simply just do this and go all the way back to the OG level because of this rejection here. It was just too long. You see? So, and for that, that's why I wanted to be sure that price will hold this level and it won't come back to my entry, my initial OG level, which was there. You see? So then now we can see we are the break below this 4 hour candle there. And all we need is now just a retest that back to this zone, then an engulfing candle, then we can sell, and I'll stop above there. Then I'll take profit down below there, you see. So if you look at the daily time frame, you can see the same thing I was telling you. Price made this nice for head and shoulder. I showed you head, left head, right, and you can see we have the break. We have the retest, we have the engulfing. So now this is a confirmation that price is holding. And now all we just need is a pullback of price at this level. Then we can catch ourselves down to this point here. Yeah. So then, yeah, so I think that's what we have. And this would have been nice if it was during the week, but since it will be a new week. I really like to first wait because sometimes price might. Let me show you something. This is where I expect to sell, right? Then okay, let me just do this. Oh, no, it should be set 4, and this should be 2. Okay, so let me just do this. Since this is a Monday, price usually even retests all the way back here. Yeah. So me what I just do to avoid the noise. This is my trick I just do. I just wait for, especially if maybe agent session, which will start on around Sunday, 17 hours today. Price might come back all the way here. You see? So during London session, I'll just wait for price to break and price to retest this level, to pull back at this level, so that I know my stop no longer has to be this one. My stop loss will be based off this level. You see? Because once price pulls back at this one, it will then, let me do this. I want you guys to get me. So you see, this is where price is right now. So let's say in case two things might happen. Price might continue going down, or price might break and go in and go up, or price might read. Let me first scenario is price might do this, or price might just simply do this, or price might simply do this and go up. And again, Price might do one more thing. Price might do this and do that, then retest, then sell. So if you spend many hours on the market, you know all the possibilities that might occur. So the first one you can see is this one. Yes, this is where we get a clean retest at this level, then get our perfect entry at that zone and our stop loss right above there. You see, perfect entry, nice entry, nothing to worry about. Then price might do the second thing, which is not even giving us the entry, but just from this same zone, continue going up below until it even reaches take profit. Then this will be considered missed. You see? And then price might as well do one more thing, which is just from here on a Monday, we get a straight push. You see? Uh-huh. But the question is this one, you'll miss it. This one, you get the nice entry. But for this direct push, which comes back in this red zone here with the potential of breaking above, how do you know that this pair will sell? Because again, because again, price might trace back inside this zone, you see, then give you an entry signal right around this level, maybe even here. Then you sell, then price still goes up. You see? Yeah. But there's something that we'll be doing that to avoid all this. So if price, because this is take for instance, this is a Monday open. We just get price. Let me just see a huge uh green candle like this. Just get a green candle like that on a Monday. Bah, uh-huh. That's on a Monday. Then it doesn't even break above the 4 hour time frame. Then uh maybe another candle get something like that. And maybe another candle get something like that. This is just me giving you the possibilities of how the market behaves. Then the other candle gives us the engulfing, which is the red candle now. You see? This is what I was explaining to you. What if price pushes all the way up? What if price pushes all the way up? Then gives you some sort of uh rejection here. Let's make this red as well. You see? Then gives you some, just delete this. Uh, okay, so you guys will see this clear. This is the last lesson before we'll we'll enter. We'll close the lesson for today. So as you can see, this might happen as well. I want you guys to open yourself to possibilities and lessen your expectations of the market. You see? So, okay. So you can see them just do this. Uh-huh. Okay. 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 So, this is another scenario. You see? So I told you this is when price just opens up at this level. First, it just Monday swing. We just get that break above. That just break inside back to this level. Because remember, if you remember what I was telling you, uh, since this is the 4 hour time frame, and okay, so this is the 4 hour time frame, and as I told you, price will do four things. So this is the level where I expect to sell at. Let me just do this as well. Don't worry, you get this, you get this. So the daily is bearish, the weekly is bearish, and the 4 hour is bearish. And within this zone, I have to catch a sell, and price shouldn't go above this level. Because once price breaks above this level, then the 4 hour is bullish, and I have to start waiting for 4 hour to go bearish again. Okay? Yeah. And for now, my level where I can catch my sell, let me just do this, make everything simpler. Starts from this zone, this or zone here. Yeah. If we want, we can increase this from up to that level, but still this same zone here. Okay. So the first scenario I told you was on a Monday, which is tomorrow, price might give us, let me do this. Let me just move this a bit because this is our second scenario. Okay. Okay. So remember these have wicks, we have candle wicks. That's why I just can't draw them with wicks so that you guys can see it clearly. But yeah. Then I'll say in the first scenario is we might have a perfect entry, which is a nice retest at that level, then an engulfing, then we sell. What I mean by this level is, by this move is, we might have a perfect retest and at this zone here, mm, maybe even an extra a candle like that, something like this, and a retest at that level, then an engulfing. So this is first scenario. This is what you might get. This is what we might get whether we like it or not. Okay, so this can be a red candle. This can be a green candle. And this can be a red candle. I just want to show you something important. Okay. And this can be a, a red candle, like I said. Yeah. Yeah. So this is the first scenario. I told you guys price might break. You see, as this break and retest and give us our engulfing candle either at this level. This level. You see? Yeah, this is first scenario. Remember, we only want to buy at this level because this is the OG level. Okay. So once price is here, then we get our sales and we put our stop loss right above there. You see? Because that's the entry it's given us, and our stop right, our take profit right below here, which is your 1:2 ratio. But for me, meaning I have to wait for a break so I can get my 123, which is at this level here. You see? Okay. So this is the first scenario. How? Then the second scenario I put for you was price might just open with a straight drop and maybe even just continue, maybe even give you a bit of green candles but still drop and you don't get your entry back at this level. You see? Because because once it makes a new lower low, let me do this. Price can drop like this, okay? And once price drop like this and give you maybe a nice green candle and drop, it has made it continue doing things like this. It has made a new lower high and a new lower low. So this entry is invalid until price comes back at this zone and goes bearish, you see? So in short, we've missed the trade. That's if price just decides to go down and keeps on giving you lower lows and lower highs. Yeah, so that's the other scenario. Number three scenario was price might go up, like I've told you here. You see? Hmm. The price might go up, like I've told you, back in either in this zone or at this level. You see? Uh-huh. So once price is back in this zone here, we don't sell right there and then. Why? Because price might do this, you see? Might come back to this low high, and it might even give you, it might give you, it might even give you, it might come back to this low high and reject, even give you a nice engulfing entry position, which is at this point. Yeah. Then you can sell from here and put your stop right above here. Yes, this is a very this is a very nice setup because you're selling high and you have a higher chance of price to give you more returns. Yes, but again, it's even way riskier because price might simply just do this to you. It can simply do that and breaks above this level and makes a new high. You see? And you might think this was an entry for you, but actually, in the actual sense, price was just trying to push above. Then once it pulls above, the entry is still valid. We just now have to start waiting for price to either give you another shift of the forward to then sell, or price to just continue going up. And this trade is gone. You see? Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry. So that's why once price is in this zone here, within this level here, uh, we first do nothing, we wait and see what price will do. But for me, I usually do this. So since price is in this level, right? It's back in this level and it's given me an OG level there. I won't sell this, I'll just be waiting. I won't sell this, I'll do nothing, but I'll wait for price to break below again this OG level, then retest, then give me an engulfing at this point. You see, that's why I told you from that rule, we sell below the OG level and we buy usually above the OG level, near the break of the OG level, you see? So I know that when price is here, this price is here, I'll just have to put my stop here and my when price breaks below here. So let me now show you. Okay, let's say price is now back at this level. Yes, fine. Then now it keeps on giving me lower lows, lower highs, and yeah. Okay, wait, let me just do this. Then finally breaks below again. Then now gives me the retest. Okay. Then it gives me the engulfing I need. Okay. So this is now a full confirmation for my entry. Why? Because I now know that okay, price has rejected that level and it's willing to drop because of what it's done. You see, this wasn't a fake out at all. This push, this retest in this zone wasn't a fake out at all. You see, either this happens from here, you can still use the same thing and you can just drag this down here The same thing I'm telling you. Yeah, you can still use this same analogy. It's just I'm just teaching you because sometimes price won't do the exact thing, but to do something like this. So in other words, what I'm saying is what to do when price comes back within this level. Wait for it to break and retest this same initial OG level, then gives you an entry signal. In that way, it even reduces your stop loss. So you see, in the actual sense, my stop loss was supposed to be there, but because of this nice fight and price has broken below and made the new lower low, so now my stop loss is just above here. You see, because we've made the new lower low here at this level, as you can see. You see? And our new lower low is here, and our new lower high is at this level here. You see? Because price has done this, guys. I hope I hope I've made sense to you. Price has simply done this. You see, this was a lower low, right? Then price has made some form of reaction, then gave you the first engulfing candle, which some might sell, but for us we wait. It breaks below this OG level and retests, then gives you another engulfing that even breaks below this previous OG level, this lower low, making a new lower low at this point. You see? So once it makes this lower low, this is where now if you want, you can enter, you can place your entry based off this engulfing and sell. Or if you want, you can just place your entry based off that uh lower low there. It depends with where the lower high will be, because this might be the lower high, and you can place your entry there. You see, sometimes this might be something like this, and yeah, might be something like this, and maybe let me just do this. This might be the one that breaks. You see, so in this case, the one that broke was this level, was this one. So once it retests back at this level here and gives you the entry level there, you can enter and your stop loss will be above this level there, which is one and the same thing. So what's better? You enter at this level and put your stop there without being sure if price might continue going up with this push, you see, or you wait for price to break below again this line, give you the extra confirmation you need to show you that, okay, my OG level is still holding regardless of the way price opened, you see, which is this level there. Because you would be way better selling from this level than price ends up going uh the other direction, because everything will be in sync and will make sense to you than selling from this zone here. You see, so that's what we do when price breaks and fails to give me the retest I need. So for me, what I'm trying just to tell you here is if price won't give me a retest at this level, like the way it's done at this level here, you see, this, if it won't give me here, I won't sell. I'll wait until price gives me a full confirmation for me to sell. Let me give you a practical example of what I'm talking about so you guys can see this isn't just made up. So there's AUD USD. Look at this trade right there. Look at this trade right here. If you can look at this trade very carefully, I was looking for buys. This was my lower low, and price made the new high. You see? So when price retested this level, I was waiting for the retest. The same retest we're waiting for USD CHF, but price ended up going back within this level. But remember, I'm still looking for buys as long as price is within this range. See? Is within this range. So what does price do? It gives me an engulfing at this level here, which I was telling you what's better, you sell from here and put your stop there, or wait for a further confirmation to then sell. So in this case, it gave me an engulfing there as I was looking for, as I'm telling you at this level, as I'm telling you at this level as well. I just need an engulfing at this level. You see, at this level, but it failed. It entered back and gave me the engulfing at this level. You see, so that's the same thing here. It gave me the engulfing at this level, and price started going up. So for me, my initial interest of selling was only if price was above this zone. If you see, because this is my OG level where I saw the break. So you can see that's when price now breaks above, fails first, breaks above, you see? So now, since it breaks above, I'm now waiting for it to retest my OG level. For it as long as it hasn't broken the higher high in this case, you see. So once it breaks above, it retests, then gives me my entry at the OG level, you see. So now I have confirmation that, okay, this engulfing candle that happened here truly was a shift, you see. Because if you can clearly see, once we got the entry at the engulfing level here, price even started pulling back down. So let's say worst case scenario, price continued going down. This would have been a losing trade, but luckily, price came back here and gave me an engulfing candle there. Then I entered myself, and you can see how it went straight to take profit. You see? So that's the analogy I'm telling you even here. Since I'm since I'm looking for sales in this zone at this level here, you see, let me just do this now since you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm looking for my sales at this level here, right? Uh-huh. I'm looking for my sales at this level, and my lower low is here, and my lower high is right here. Okay, so I need my sales at this point only. When price retests here and gives me my engulfing, I'll sell. You see? But if price retest goes back within this level, I'll wait for price to break below. As long as it doesn't break above below this lower low, I'll wait for it to break below this OG level, then retest, then give me my engulfing, then I'll sell. You see? And the goodness is my stop will be reduced at this zone here in my take profit here. You see? So that's the trick. That's the old trick I'm telling you about. So in the next video, we'll continue with the other analysis of this. I think yesterday I told you already about what I'm waiting for in EuroCAD. I just need the retest on that daily zone. Same with this one, retest on that daily zone. Same with this one, just need the daily to go bullish. So come and continue with AD card, USD and GBP USD. Yeah. Um, so welcome back guys. Let's continue where we ended. And yeah, I think we ended right around this level. NZD card. Okay. So so an NZD card, as you can see right now, price is very much bullish, and on the weekly time frame, you can see what price really did. The same thing I was explaining to you just earlier on. Uh, I told you guys that this market is very much bullish, you see? Yeah. And this was an OG level, and this was an OG level. This here too was an OG level. That there, that as well was an OG level, and this one was an OG level. So the thing is, I look to buy at all these levels you're seeing here. All these levels you're seeing here. I have to look for buys. All these levels, but I just try to dim them because I'm no longer interested in them. So just a quick replay so you can see. So once price is at this level, see, once price is at this level, uh, we are simply waiting for price to retest back either at this OG level, at that OG level, at that OG level, at that OG level, at even this one. Even though I don't really take it when it's almost breaking because there is always a chance it might break below. Yeah. So so once I have all these OG levels, it's just a matter of waiting at which level price reacts and gives me the entry. So let's just see what happens. You can see price reacts, uh breaks, retest. So you see, uh so you can see price retested this level. Then instead of closing at this point, price broke below this OG level and even this one. Then the other week, so you can see the other week. Let's continue. The other week is playing out. Okay. So the other week even closed at this zone here, as you can see. Uh, so you can see the other week closed even at this level. You see? So once price is at this level, yes, I'm looking for buys at this zone, but I can't buy because I'm not sure. I don't know if price will continue going up or it might continue going down. If and this is the daily time frame. So you can see the daily time frame is very much bearish, mind you. So there is really nothing I can do. And so let's just continue. So you can see price reacts, but still the daily is bearish. Uh, In this case, I'm only looking for buys once I see the daily closes above this line there. Just put this there. Then I'll be looking for buys. Okay, so wait. Okay. So we have the break right there, you see? And since we have the break right there, market has showed me that okay, we've rejected from this last OG level. So I no longer need this. Mm, let's put this at 2. Okay. And I no longer need this. I'll explain to you why. Remember, like I told you, since price has broken above this, we are now bullish on the daily time frame, and this is my high, and this is my higher low. You see? So I'm only looking for buys within this zone, within this level here. Why? Because once within this level, let's do this. Within this level, why? Because once market breaks below here, this is no longer an A setup trade and becomes a B setup trade. And I'm looking for A setup trade. So that right there is just telling me that nothing I can do. So I need to look for buys within this with this same circle. You see? And within this same circle, I have two positions where I can look for buys. And let me just do this. In fact, I have three because based on the daily time frame. This is also an OG level. Let me just do this. Yeah, this is also an OG level. Based on the daily time frame, you can see market has been rejecting at this level to 1, 2, 3. And yeah, but since it's closer to breaking below again, I might not look for buys here. You see, because I'm not sure if price will break below or break above. So usually it's just the ones that are at this previous OG level, which is here, where there's a potential market break and market retest to then buy. So you see, here's where I have confident market, my confidence price might push, then it might break above. So I've told you I'm now looking for buys within this zone. And since I'm looking for buys within this level, I might not buy at this point. So let me cancel that and let me just highlight this one for now. And let me also highlight this one for now. And let me reduce this one so you guys can get the sense in what I'm saying. Okay, so we are looking for buys at these two levels, right? Either at this level and or at this level. Okay, so let's see how market plays out then. Okay, so you can see what price does. It retests back at this point, you see, where I was looking for my buys. And it even comes to this OG level, the one I was telling you, I don't take my buys because I'm not sure if price will break above or will respect the level, break below, or go the other direction. So you see, it even broke almost, taking the almost this having a shift. And then just price went back up. So that's why I avoid taking my buys when it's almost my OG level, my higher low or my lower high. I don't really take sales or buys at those levels respectively. So as you can clearly see why I don't, you can see what happened. Price just rejected. And then let's continue with what price did. Then price came back at this zone, then went back again at this level where I'm not looking for buys at, then played around there a bit. Then you can see it came back once more to this OG level and still didn't break my it still didn't break my higher low, you see? So it was still valid. And it gave me a nice engulfing candle, a nice daily engulfing candle there. Yeah, you can catch your buys, but for me, I'm still waiting for that extra confirmation of price. And you can see, what did I do? Wait a this. Okay, and then let's just continue. So you see, price ends up going what? Bearish. You see, now we are bearish at this level. So this is why you see why I avoid taking such sales. We are now bearish at this level. So since we are bearish at this level, we are still bullish on the weekly time frame though. If I put you back on the weekly time frame, you see we are still bullish. We haven't broken below this zone. So we're just bearish on the daily time frame, which is at this point here. And so since we are bearish, I'm only interested once price breaks above this zone once more. You see? So these now become a bit invisible. So you can clearly see what I'm talking about and these just become a bit invisible for now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's just play now. So price still hasn't broke. Okay, you see? Price then ends up breaking above this level. It's bullish, but look at this difference. Look at the difference now. Uh, we get no retest either at this point or at that point or at that point. Price just continues going up. Let me show you the points I'm talking about. Um, okay, let me just do this so this doesn't confuse us. You can see price didn't respect this level or respect this level at all. Price just went up. You can see, and even this intermediate still didn't do nothing. So we are now bullish. So again, I'm still looking for buys now within this same two, within this range here. So let's continue and see. Yes. Okay, we had that pretest there. We had that retest, we had that retest, we had that retest. Full. Okay, cool. So now price ended up making a new high. So the range of looking for buys has increased. Now we have another OG level, which is here, which is right there. Okay. Uh-huh. But the bad part, it failed to hold there. And you can see what price did. It came at this level, went up a bit, dropped back to this zone. And let's just continue from here. It rejected that zone, dropped back a bit. You see, it's still dropping back to this zone, showing you that as long as it's so what I'm telling you guys, as long as this is bullish, we can look for buys within this zone. That's why I've been saying price is going back and forth. And you can see still nothing. Okay, then we have that break. So now that we have that break, we have we have changed our daily. Wait, doesn't yet broken above. Okay, so price has broken above this level. So this is our high now, and this is our higher low. So we can only look for buys within those levels. And let me do this. Okay, so you guys can kind of get the picture. So I can only look for buys within these three levels, but not this one, because once price is here, then price is most likely to break or reject. So I avoid these levels. And so my only focus will be on either this one, uh, which I'll put at 34. Simple as that, guys. And this one, which is the main focus, put it at 80. And yeah, so for now, I just need price to come back either at this level or at that zone, but within this box. You see? So you see the difference? I want to look for buys, but it has to be within this circle. You see? It has to be within this box, this rectangle of mine for me to buy higher. You see? So so that's it. So we've already analyzed where we at in the on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame. And let's go back to the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, so this is the 4 hour time frame now, and based on the 4 hour time frame, you can see. Let me just delete these lines because you guys now know where we at, and yeah. So because this is just extra date, and so we now know where we at on the on the daily time frame. We want to buy on between these two levels. So now we can see the 4 hour is very much bullish, and it's at this zone. So what we want is price to shift the 4 hour to go bearish, so it can give us an entry at this zone. Then once it's at this zone again, we wait for the 4 hour to go bullish, then we can buy. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, so since the 4 hour is bullish, I need it to come back at this zone. And by its way of coming back at this zone, it will go from being bullish to bearish. And then once it's here again, then we wait for the entry confirmation to then buy. So for this pair, we are done. We are waiting for buys either at this zone or at this level here. Yeah, and so after that, let's go to Eurocard. So the same thing with Eurocard, since you now know where these lines are uh, coming from, I can make this now faster. So it's the same thing with Eurocard. You can see price was bearish here. You see, then price now broke above this zone. You see, so once we closed above, now we are bullish and we can look for buys within this we can look for buys within this zone here. You see, we can look for buys within this zone. Yeah, and so we can also even look for buys uh once price comes back at this level here. There's also an OG level there, you see? But that's later. If at all price we reject back. Yeah, so that's it. So for this one, you can clearly see that price came back at this OG level here, and this is where I thought I might buy. Me thinking I can catch a day trade, and I made a mistake. Instead of following the time frame, and we lost money there. And so you can see the weekly time frame rejected this level with an engulfing candle. So this is a very great confirmation. So now, since this has given us this daily confirmation, weekly confirmation, let's jump to the daily time frame. Oh, this is now interesting again. So since this is the weekly lowest point, you see, and again, the daily time frame, the same thing. I have this is first let me start with this. You can see it was bearish, then price may start making new structure, then it went bullish, then it went bearish again. You see, made the new lower low, then price has gone bullish by breaking above here. So now we have a new uh zone where we have to look for buys, this level here. So since we have the new zone where we're looking for buys, the same thing applies again. Uh, you can see this is the level where I'm looking for buys now. Uh, so within this level, where is my OG level within these zones? I only have two. I have this one, which is right here, and this one, which is right around this zone here. You can see I can't put above here because price is at this level. Maybe if price was to break above this level this week, then I might change it. But for now, this is my OG level. And this is why it just makes the most sense. You can see how price was reacting at this zone. So I have to look for buys either at this zone, uh, either at this zone or at this level, then I might buy. So since Eurocard and sometimes GBP card and NZD card move the same direction, uh, this is the 4 hour time frame as well. So for the 4 hour time frame, you're also bullish. So again, in the 4 hour time frame, I can look for buys within this level. You see? We're just narrowing it down. So now I have to wait for price to come back at this OG level. You see, then if it gives us an engulfing candle here, we can buy. Yeah. Or even if it retests and breaks below this zone, it goes bearish, I will still be interested in buys. Because still, even if it breaks, price can later on shift and go bullish in the forward time frame. As long as we are still within the daily limit, which is that lower, higher low, we can catch for buys. We can look for buys at these two structure points. Yeah, so that's what looking at, guys, and this pair. Yeah, so we'll see how price if we pick it or if we will rather pick NZD card or Euro card. We'll see. Well, that's the analysis I have at this uh level where this price is. So it's the same thing. If you want, you can reduce this level back to this zone, or if you want, you can put it at this level. It just really depends because if I do this, uh, where is that? Yeah, where can I find that? Okay, what I'm looking for. Okay, let's try to make this clean. Well, I think the level is just too big. Okay, let me do this. The level is very much okay, but it's too big. I mean, mind you, we're looking for buys, so I want to, okay. Uh, wait. Yeah, then it's better I put another one here. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah, this makes sense. Let me see on the forward time frame. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. It should just be a bit the two as well. The two was if I put the weekly, you see, you see why that makes sense. You see, this is where this is where the weekly at these rejections we have one, two, three. You see somehow here, if you can see this. So that's why I had to reconstruct these lines, but everything is clear. The analysis is the same. We are looking for buys at one level. Okay. So in this case, since price is already at this level, I can't look for buys there, but I can look for buys when this. I can look for buys when price comes back at this point here, and then I can buy. Yeah, this makes more sense. And you can see the EMA, this blue line is aligning. You see? So that's the analysis I have over this Eurocard pair. And we'll see if it can give us what we need. Then we'll cast our sale. Uh, so for now, okay, we can wait for price to come back here. And now we have NZD card. Yeah, I'll be a bit quick now. Mm, be a bit quick. Okay, so you can see price broke above. Price is trying to break above this. Because this is where I only want to catch my buys. Why? Because the weekly it has done the same thing Eurocard has done. The same thing I'm just from explaining to you in Eurocard. You can see price just that Eurocard went bullish, but for NZD card, Euro USD card, I'm still waiting for the daily to shift. But price is rejecting this level. Yeah, so what I need now is price to just simply break above this level, then retest and give me the engulfing. Then I'll be so once price goes bullish here in the daily time frame, then I'll consider the 4 hour time frame and see where we'll be standing in this trend. So you can see price is bearish. Prices makes a new has a bit of shift there, but still maintains the bullish trend. You can see price has broken even above. So I just need tomorrow, which is Monday, to have that maybe just a break here, then that retest, and then you can catch the buys to go to the upside. So we'll see price will what price will do on Monday. Yeah, for this pair. And then AUD card. What do we have in AUD card? Let's do the same analysis. Uh, it's just the same thing as well. You can see prices at its all-time high though. And the OG level we have is this one. It's just this one. And if price can't come back at this level, then we won't sell, we won't buy. So that's the weekly time frame and the daily time frame. And this one is very straightforward. That's the good part. It's very straightforward. The daily time frame as well. It's almost at the same point. I can only look for buys within this zone. You see? And at the look of things, I can only buy at this level. You see, so it's somehow it's somehow just a one chance. If it can give me my position at that level, then I won't do anything at all. But it's a very nice clean trade that I would even pick over certain pairs. But we'll come to the picking later today. So this is AUD card. You can see I need my buys at this level. You can clearly see. If I want, I can reduce them to that level, but still just within this zone. You see how it looks on the daily time frame. Yeah, I can also do this. It's still the same, or maybe even do that a bit. Let's see. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's see the weekly time frame, the forward time frame. The only good part again is once 4 hour is back at this level, 4 hour will go bearish, which I really want. So that if 4 hour goes bearish and it's at this zone, what I just have to wait for is the shift. So that once market goes bullish, I know price doesn't want to continue going down and we'll catch our buys at this point here. So this is very fine still. So you can see NZD card, Euro card, uh, the AUD card, they're just going the same way. They all need that retest and they need that buy. Then I'll place that buy. Same with NZD card, you can see I need that retest. Then place that buy. I need that same retest again when place that buy. So these three are all going the same direction. Where, but for this one, I need a break and retest to place my buys. So, so the among these three, I might just pick one because they are going the same direction. You see, that's the that's the beauty of it because I know where they are all going. So I just need to take one trade, and that's it for that one. I've done this one, and the last two is ADUSD. You can see also the same thing. Price has been bullish, making higher lows and higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher low, higher high. It retested it after breaking this previous high and gave you an engulfing candle. That's very clean. If you use the forward time frame, you can see that price broke above this zone, retested this level, but no entry. So what do we need? We need for price to come back again at this level one more time, then give us the entry we need, then we can buy. So for this one, it's simple and straightforward. Just need price to come back at this level. You see? So you can look at the daily time frame. Uh, and this one I can only catch buys within this zone. Once price breaks below this daily higher low, then it's okay. And if I put on the weekly time frame, uh, you can see I'm not buying at the high because price broke above this previous high. It broke, retested, then it retested, and it made the new high. So once it made this new high, it also came to retest this OG level. That's the pullback I need at this OG level. And if you can see, this is a level that has been respected all the way back. You can see price has been respecting this level and it's broken above. So whenever we break above, we are buying. You can see we are buying. So it's the same thing with this one. It's different than me buying from this level, but I'm buying after price with this OG level here. And if you look at the daily time frame, if you look at the daily time frame, uh, this is the first OG level. You can see how when price was retesting this OG level, it was bearish. You see, so even if it retested this level here, there's no way I would have entered my buy. I was supposed to wait for my break, which was to happen after. You can see there I attempted my first buy after it broke and retested, then I can attempt my first buy and that failed. So once price broke below again, it made a new lower low and my higher low, my lower high was this level. You see? Was this level here. And I can only attempt my buy once price breaks above and retests, which it did, but retested back inside and gave me a break and then it gave me no entry. You see? So I was waiting for the entry signal there, then I got no entry. So now price might pull back here and give me a better entry to then buy. That's why I'm buying at this level. That's the that's the real catch if you guys get it. You see, so you can see that once price broke above this level, which was here, and we got no entry and price retested all the way back here. Again, once price was retested back here on the 4 hour time frame where we have to catch our setup, you can see price uh once price didn't give us, it retested, it went all the way back there. Price went bearish. You see, so again, I can only catch my buys once price is back at this OG level. Or even if it was at this OG level here, price was still bearish. I have to wait for price to go bullish. And this is when price has gone bullish. Now that it has gone bullish, I need the retest at the OG level to then buy. You see? That's the beauty of it. Yes, once it broke on the daily time frame, when it retested here, there was no entry signal and price went back again. You see? So that's the that's the difference with buying at the all-time high and buying at that level we are trying to buy at. You see? So and on the daily time frame, this is the only last level we have. So the last pair I have is GPP and I'll come and I'll come and do this one with you guys. Then we can choose the pairs we'll be trading for next week. Uh, but this one I just don't like it because the daily has made the new high there. If you can see, we have a new high. So once price comes back at this level, it has higher chances of going bearish. If you look at the 4 hour time frame, you see, so the 4 hour is bullish, but once price come here, there are higher chances of it going bearish. So these are the only two pairs I might not add on to next week. These USD pairs, because and this one was the most clean. That was the cleanest trade I had last week, and it ended up just doing the opposite. So for now, you can see that the only way I can buy is within this level there and here. And I can't buy when price is at this zone because I don't know if it will go bearish or bullish, you see? And so in this case, if I put on the at the weekly time frame, I can't catch my buy here as well. You see? I can't catch my buy at this level because this is just now buying at the all-time high and fear of missing out because there's no structure at this point and the only because that's where the daily is having that initial retest where I can buy at. If you look at the 4 hours, the same thing. That's where we can have the retest and then you can buy. But all we can hope for is if price can come back at this level and still go go bearish on the daily on the 4 hour, but not go bearish on the uh daily. So I really doubt if I'll add this pair because I have to wait for price to come back here. And once price comes back here, you know what? I won't add this pair. Yeah, if I can spend more minutes just trying to see the direction. I know the direction. It's this. It for me to buy. It has to come back at this level. But again, I can't buy at this level. It's too. It's not just clean for me. So, uh, we will let this one go for this week, and maybe we'll see if we can. Uh, I wanted to add this one. ADJPY, but I didn't like how the weekly is looking, so I'll wait if next week we have a weekly engulfing. But for now, so we only have this one, and I think I only have the card pairs, the Euro CHF, and I might just pick one of these card pairs. So I might have only 5 pairs to trade with next week, and then see if we can get anything from there. So anyway, I'll update you guys nicely on the other time we discuss these pairs. Thank you. Welcome back, guys. So, sorry, guys. So, what really happened is you won't believe me. I spent the last 52 minutes explaining to you guys, but I forgot to record. I just, I just, I just remembered I didn't record, so I have to restart again. So, but what I was saying to myself, thinking you guys were listening, was I'm waiting for price to come back at this level as well, and just see how market will react, and if it will give us. And I was you can see this one now because I was using this as an example that if you can see when price is at this level, you can clearly see that the 1 hour is bearish, is bullish. So if once the 1 hour breaks below here, that's a sign that price has gone bearish. And in the week, in the 4 hour time frame, that's obviously an engulfing candle from there to here, you see. So that's what I was saying. That's why I stick to the 4 because it's more and one and the same thing. So and then I was saying it's either price will give us an engulfing candle on Monday, or it might retest more deeper inside this level, and then it might retest deeper in that level, and then give us the engulfing candle we need as our signal to sell in the daily time frame. What did I do? Yeah, so that's what that's what I'm expecting. So it's either price will do this for us or it will do that for us. Just do this. Okay, so it will do two things. It's either tomorrow we might have that engulfing at this level, or we might have another push to the upside there. But it's one and the same thing. We're still looking for buys around this zone, so it's just a matter of waiting. I'm so tired right now because I've been talking for an hour without recording. And the next thing you can see, I also did this. Here I was saying that we have to be open to possibilities. Price might do two things. It might open tomorrow with an engulfing candle. That will give us a confirmation of selling when price breaks below and retest this zone and then we sell, or price might give us a push back to the OG level. But still, even if it pulls back to this OG level, the trade is not yet finished. It's not yet gone. You can just wait for another confirmation of price holding this level. So I was explaining to you guys that you have to be open to possibilities at the same time while analyzing, because price might do what we were expecting or do the other thing we were not expecting. Yeah, so that's the other analysis we have here. Then for USD CHF, from if you rewind backwards, you already know how what I told you what we're expecting from this level. But I'll be looking for sales at this zone. USD card, you can see the 4-hour time frame I told you earlier on. I need that break above and retest, then buy. And for now, I've picked up to this level, uh, NZD card. So I already have 5. And these 3, I might just pick one AUD card because they are all going the same direction, and I didn't have an NZD pair. So just to balance it, I added one NZD pair here, and it's also the same thing. I'm still looking for buys, but I need price to retest back at this level, like I told you guys, and then I'll explain this more on this pair when we come back the last video. And the 4-hour time frame has to go bearish, like I told you. And AUD cards, I've not yet picked either this one or AUDUSD, but Euro card, it might look clean and all. But since I already have a Euro pair and there's enough card pairs, so we're going to release it for this week. And yeah, but we'll be paying attention to it also. So the next time we meet, I'll decide either to remove this one or remove this one or remove both of them. Yeah, but that's what I have for next week. The reason why I remove similar pairs is I don't want to be stuck in that situation where I buy one, or they're all buys, then one stops me out, then the other go. That pains me, so I just remove the common ones and just at least create a balance. You see, at least I have a GBP pair, I have a Euro pair, I have a CHF pair, I have a USD pair starting, I have a Canadian, I have an NZD pair, I have an AUD pair, you see, and at least I have a card pair as well here. So there is every currency in this pair. So even if I was to do this, that's still fine. I have CAD, I have NZD, I have USD, I have CHF, I have GBP, and I have Euro. You see, there's that balance between the currencies. And I would have added USD JPY just to, and I would have removed one card pair. But I don't like how the daily is fine, but I just don't like how the weekly closed with this engulfing bearish candle. So I hope this week might have a bullish engulfing candle. Then I'll be interested in buying. Yeah, so that's it. Ah, vai. Então, gozei, once again. Welcome back, guys. So this is just going to be a 5-minute video. Let me just show you what I'll pick. There's AUD card. You can see the daily time frame. So I was telling you on the daily time frame, I expect this retest here to then buy. Same with AUD card, I expect the retest at this level and then I'll buy. But I'll pick AUD USD because I just have too many card pairs, and you can see that card kind of broke above that zone. And let's see on the weekly time frame which one is a bit clear. Uh, I think we'll go with, fortunately, we'll go with AUD. Let's see the side. Yes. See on the daily time frame, on 4 time frame. Uh, One reason I might go with AUD is because I have a lot of AUD card pairs and I need a bit of balance because all these are just going the same direction as you can see. So for the sake of balance, and this price, yeah, but they all look clean. That's the point, right? You can see the old daily time frame. Every every level here looks clean. So uh, that's a matter of me. So as I was saying, just this my mic a bit. Okay, okay. You might pick AD. Can I pick? Because all these are clean, right? Let's pair this one. You can see here. And let me just look at the weekly time frame and see. So as you can see right now, price is reacting at this all-time high. You can see price is reacting at this all-time high. So I expect is a retest at this level to then continue pushing price up at this zone. And same with AD USD. Yeah, but all these go same they're all in the same direction. Uh I'll pick AUD USD and the AUD USD. Ah, wait a minute. You can see that the weekly is cleaner in terms of the is cleaner in terms of the weekly OG level for 80 cards. So we have no option, but I'll just pick 80 card because you can see at least the weekly time frame is showing me when price will test this level at the OG level compared to this one, the 80 uh 80 USD. My when price will be testing here, it will just be having a pullback at this OG level, which is fine. But when AUD for AUD, I'm buying when price is retesting at this level. That's when I'm buying. If you can look at this, uh, you can pay closer attention to this zone here. I'm buying once price is at this level. You can see the break retest at this level, at this OG level. So I have AUD, card, AUD, NZD card, looking for buys there. USD card, I'm looking for buys there. USD CHF, I'm looking for sales there. Euro GBP, I'm looking for sales there. GBP AUD, I'm looking for sales there. So that's it, and let's see how the market will reward us this week. It'll be a very profitable week.